Hello.
Dario,
Hey, babe.
how you doing, man? You're live on the air.
Oh, hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
And it's not. You're now the right day. It's not a month early this time.
I know, right? A month early, 20 minutes late. This was a tough one to get together.
Oh man, so how you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Yeah, just getting ready for the record to come out. It comes out a week from tomorrow. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Just been a bunch of preparation for it.
Absolutely. It's got to be like and now's the happy time for you. It's almost here. I mean, it's actually been like, I think I've had it since like November.
Have you really? Yeah, I mean, it's been done for a while, and but yeah, it's coming out in February, so I'm excited for it to be official.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I can't wait, man. And actually, I saw you shot a video too for what Rituals, I guess.
Yeah, we just finished it. Oh no, it's actually for it's going to be for the song "Death Grip Tribulation," which is
Nice.
the title track in the album, and we just finished the video last night, so it'll come out a little maybe a week or so after the record.
Oh, cool. Now, dude, like the title, like what does that mean? What my initial thing I kept thinking of was like this little kid with the death grip on the neck of a guitar, and the guitar teacher, loosen up, man, loosen up.
Yeah, totally. That's a good vision. I mean, the words definitely go with the cover of the album, which I'm not sure if you've seen yet because you might have it digitally, but the cover is like my hands all wrapped around the neck of the guitar. A pretty cool image that Dustin Jack made, and me and Zach were just hanging on this last tour that we did. You know, I was coming up with artwork and stuff for the album, and I was showing him some title ideas and stuff, and we were shooting some stuff back and forth, and he actually came up with those words for the title. So I was like, man, that fits so perfectly.
That's awesome. And the I mean the tune is itself too. It's got that heavy feel to it, like where the rest of the album, it's not like when you picture or to listen to like a shrapnel album, like you're expecting like this shred a second, million notes, guitar wailing, and this is not that album at all.
Yeah, no, I mean it has elements of that in there, but it's definitely more about, to me, it's more about like songwriting, whether it's instrumental or not, just songwriting and riffs and a good structure and melody. I think a lot of the songs have a really, they can stand alone in their own with just the chorus melodies themselves, and and then in between all that's a lot of fun guitar playing, in my opinion.
Which actually, I think it could be a shocker for some people too. Like you got horns on the album.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the whole thing's got a whole, there's different flavors that run throughout the entire album from the beginning to end. There's different flavors of ice cream in that whole thing, yeah, I mean, the horn section, I had this song that was really swingy and kind of had like a jazzy vibe to it, but it was like, Aerosmith meets Van Halen meets me, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so the horns idea was like a last minute thing, like, man, this song would sound really great with a horn section. And yeah, we made it happen. And this guy in Vegas, Lon Bronson, who's a known guy around here who plays in a lot of the casinos. I worked with him on shotting some of the horn sections, and he had some of his guys come in, and we put it together, and it came out really cool. I'm psyched about that song. And then JD is playing some really cool funk jazz bass solos in it during the verses.
Nice. Yeah, it's awesome. Like when I first heard it, I was like, holy shit! Like he went there.
I went there.
Now, I guess that tune would be like the prime example, like when you're doing like an instrumental album, to where you have there's no singing, so you're doing this whole instrumental thing. Like as you're going through and recording it, and you're listening back to stuff, are you constantly saying to yourself like it's not done? Like I got to put something else in here. I got to put something else here. I got to put horns in here now. Is it constantly like a feeling it's not done?
No, I mean, no, because I think I have a pretty good idea of, like I'll have the song, the basis of the song, so the rhythm, guitar, the drums, and a bass idea already in my head or already demoed out, already recorded in Pro Tools, and then I usually have a chorus melody that's already complete. So I go in and I record all that stuff, final tracks with drums, bass, and rhythm guitar, and usually maybe some chorus melody, and then I'll bring it back to my home studio and I'll just jam on it for the solo patch, which in my opinion is like the verse sections of each song. Where there would be vocals, you come up with some cool guitar solos to fill in that space. And then, the chorus melodies are already there. And like for the horn song, that was already an idea that been bouncing around in my head. But, I never feel like, there's more to add. I feel like once it's painted, it's kind of just, it kind of takes its own form.
That's cool. So you have that picture already painted in your head. It's just a matter of putting it down on that canvas.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a matter of coloring in between the lines.
Connecting those dots.
Yeah.
No, and something else you did too, which I'm sure is not a surprise because you've done a lot of piano throughout your career. But it's truly the song on the album I felt was... It just has a deep sound to it. Heart of the Night.
Yeah, Heart of the Night. Yeah, it's it's almost to me it's like movie soundtrackish and definitely an emotional, pulls on the heartstrings kind of song. But yeah, I like that side of things also.
And that's exactly what I was picturing too, which I was making me think like, would you ever or have you ever gone that route and done like a John 5 thing where he's done like, the music for zombies movies? Would you ever do something like that or be interested in something like that?
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that.
That's awesome. That's the perfect song though. You can totally see some like romantic thriller, something going on in that tune.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool to get different people's views on it, because so you're seeing kind of like a dark thing in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Now you had Phil from Motorhead on this album. Yeah.
Phil and I have been friends for a good amount of years, and we met in Frankfurt at the Music Mesa. We were playing clinics for Lag Guitars. We both play this company called Lag Guitars, and we were doing clinics there for the music convention over there, and we became really good friends. And I ended up jamming with Motorhead a couple times when they came through Vegas. And on my first album, which came out a few years ago, like 2013, Phil and I were talking about doing something together on that one, but schedules can be tough at times, so it didn't end up happening. But we were able to sort it out, and it happened on the second one. He plays on I think it's the third song in the album, 250. That's the title of it, 250. And it's really heavy, and it's like it's a heavy groove song, and he rips on it, and his tone is killer.
So now, I guess, did you write everything and just send over to him and have him fill in his parts?
Yeah, like there was some spots like, yeah, just do your thing right here, and then he just ripped in the spots, and it was pretty easy, yeah.
That's awesome. Modern technology these days, huh?
I know, right? Yeah, his son Todd produced it over there at his studio.
I'll tell you what, that the few songs I've heard from their the Bastard Sons is just freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, they're really great.
Yeah, I'm loving that stuff. Now, how about you had some of the other guys from Black Label playing. You had Martin, who you used to play with, and Lizzie Borden, but Zach didn't play on this one, right?
No, he didn't. That was another scheduling thing that was really tough. He was touring a lot, and it was just tough to make happen within the time frame.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was wondering because
he was touring. When Black Label was down, or some of the Book of Shadows stuff was down, he was doing some other things, so that's why it wasn't able to work out.
Yeah, so I was wondering because you played on his the Book of Shadows too, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute, he didn't repay you over here and play on yours.
Yeah, actually, I didn't play on Book of Shadows too.
No.
Nope. That's no, I didn't play on it.
Look at that. All right. So he didn't have to pay you back then. Now, how about like when Zach does like he goes out on tour and does like he did what was it with Yngwie and Steve Vai and all that? Have you ever thought of doing anything like that yourself? Like putting together like a tour of a bunch of guitar players?
Oh, you mean putting it together myself? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess it's been a little bit of a thought, but I mean, you know, that's what they do is awesome. So that's a killer show. So yeah, maybe in the future.
Kind of like a more of a young gun show. You know what I mean? Like put like you, Nita Strauss together, some other.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, man, it's a great idea.
Bring back. You got to like bring back the Guitar Hero. The Guitar Hero is truly missing in the modern era.
Yeah, it's a different age.
It truly is. It truly is. Now, there was something too, like you mentioned the guitar you play, lag guitars, and
yep.
I was thinking, like when you called me a month ago, you were out there for the NAMM convention, and I was thinking to myself, like, it's got to be totally different now than it was years ago, because it seems like there's so many guitar companies out there now that people might not even ever heard of. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like there's so many different brands out there now. It's not just your basic, you know, your Fender or Gibson or Ibanez anymore. I mean, there's so many independent, I guess, guitar makers out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what's so cool and so fun about those, you know, those NAMM kind of shows is, you know, you'll see some guitar that's, I can't remember the name of the company, but I think it was last year I saw this guitar that had all the electronics, you know, in the body, and the top was like a clear piece of glass, so you could see all the electronics working, and some were lit up. And I thought that looked pretty awesome. It would look cool on stage. But I mean, you know, there's so many different companies, and you know, there's always something cool. It's like, wow, that's, whether it's a body shape or whatever. It's just, there's so many people doing so many different things. It's really cool. It's really cool to come across something, you know, so many different options.
It's got to be overwhelming too.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you stick to what you like, and then, you know, you can add things as you go.
This is true. Now, is that all you strictly play, is the lag guitars?
Yeah, I mean, live, I'm playing lags. I mean, you know, here at my house, I got some Les Pauls, and I got a Les Paul Jr., which is my baby. It's all lime green sparkle paint. And, right. Yeah, I mean, you know, I got a bunch here, but, yeah, I mean, what I play live is my signature model, lag. It's called an Akinator, which was two of their models I had put together, like a neck from one of their models and a body from another. It's kind of like a strap me to Les Paul kind of vibe.
Okay.
And so that's, you know, I'm playing that a lot. I have another model called the Arcane, which is like a souped up Strat kind of thing. I call it the Pitbull because the top looks like a Pitbull, like a Pitbull's fur. And it's a mean guitar. So, but yeah, I mean, lags are what I'm playing live.
Nice. Now, speaking of live, like, how about I guess you're doing one live show for with this, playing in Vamped?
Yeah, right now for the new project for my solo record, we're playing at Vamped in Vegas on March 31st. So yeah, that's all we have right now, but we'll see what else comes down.
Would you be interested in doing like a small tour with this, or?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely bouncing around some options.
That'd be cool. That'd be definitely cool. I'll tell you, last year actually was the first time like I truly went and saw John 5. So it was like my first time seeing a true guitar player show, and I was blown away. I was so pumped up when I came out there. I'm like, I want to see more now. I want to see more just guitar players just do what I just saw.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. Cool. Now, how about Black Label? You guys doing anything this year, or just taking a year off, or?
I'm not sure at the moment. Maybe later this year.
Keeping quiet.
Yeah, I mean, we toured a lot for the past few years.
Yeah, I guess you need a break. So what do you have like in the works for yourself then? You going to start working on new music for yourself or?
Yeah, absolutely. Which that's always an occurring thing that's going on is new music's happening all the time. But right now I'm just focusing on the album coming out. We just finished this video, so that'll be coming out, and putting some things together for the album release, and we're gonna start rehearsing for the show coming up, and we'll see what else happens.
Cool, very very cool. Well, I can't wait. So where's everybody gonna go? The 24th. It's officially released next Friday. Where's I'm assuming all your fine digital outlets, will their physical copies be out there as well, or? Yeah,
digitally you can get it. You can get it on iTunes. It'll be on all the Spotify, Pandora, Google Play, all that stuff, YouTube, everything. You can get it from Amazon physical, and you can also get signed CDs, personally signed directly from my website, which is DarioLorina.com. So those are physical CDs that are signed. And they'll be in all your usual outlets, Amazon physical, iTunes digital, and wherever else.
How about vinyl? Did you do any vinyl with this one, or?
It's been a thought, but not right at the moment.
That's going to be the next thing, vinyl. Everybody's going back to vinyl.
Could be.
I can't believe it, but it boggles my mind every time I hear people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm doing vinyl."
Yeah, I just recently got into vinyl. I got a whole wall full of vinyl, and I love it. I got the record player set up, cranking in the studio, and I love it. Yeah, it's really cool. And, you appreciate the artwork, and you're holding like a big physical, it's not just, CDs are awesome, but the record is so big, it just comes to life,
Totally. Many, many hours of my young days were spent laying on my bed holding albums as they just played on the turntable.
That's awesome.
Those albums. And it's a matter, and I'll say my all-time favorite album cover was from a New York band called Sweet Pain, because it was the four of them. They were like a glam band. This came out of '85 on Combat Records, and it was them in the dressing room, and it was just the dressing room was just completely trashed with like all their between the instruments and their glam outfits and just beer and everything all over the place. And it was just one of those things that, like, every time you looked at it, you found something new in the picture.
Where's Waldo? Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Cool. All right. Well, dude, thanks for calling in, and thanks for calling in the right night and the right month this time.
Yeah, for people that don't know the backstory, we had something lined up, and I thought it was a month earlier, and I called in a month too soon.
That was what, dude, I was like, I remember, I'm like, look at my phone, I'm like, who the hell's calling me from Vegas? And you're like, oh, I'm trying to call, aren't we doing the interview? I'm like, it had me freaked out. Then I'm like, wait a minute, did I fuck up? And I'm like,
oh yeah,
dude, February.
Oh, it's hysterical.
Oh man. Cool. Well, dude, it's always great hearing from you. You got to get here to Philly. We got to get you playing out here in Philly.
Yeah, man. Hopefully we can make it happen. Absolutely.
Cool. All right, dude.
Cool, man. Well, yeah, thank you so much for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We're going to play Rituals. We should have played Death Grip. But, you said Rituals.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, Rituals is the first one on the album. And, yeah, enjoy it.
Cool. Here it is. Dario, thanks again, man, and keep in touch.
All right, thanks, Bay. Have a good one.
You too, man. Take care.
Take care.
All right, we hear it is. Off his new